Hello, welcome to the Gen Z Fed podcast, and I'm here with
Jeremiah Ezekiel
and our guest speaker for today.
Hello, fam.
So today we are speaking on the topic commitment. I'll go first. Commitment is binding yourself intellectually and emotionally to a cause or an action. But based on today's podcast, we are going to speak on commitment based on relationship aspect of the Gen Z. So I'll ask our guest speaker here how he feels that lack of commitment can affect a good relationship of the Gen Z.
Okay, thank you very much for that. So I would start with being a Gen Z is a new side of life, and it's not like the way it was before. You have your own style, you have a different pattern from how it is. You're not expected to act like the other people. You're expected to act with style. You understand?
Definitely.
So, being a Gen Z and being in a relationship is very hectic. You being confused with the trend, the whole TikTok trend.
Yeah.
Being confused what you actually want. Is it love, or is it money, or is it fame? You understand? So people are being caught up in the whole fame and
the
money aspect.
They're not actually seeing what
luxury now.
Before then, back in the days, if you say to prove your love to a girl, it's merely costs 10,000 naira. And so I'm just telling her.
Even 10K is too much. 10K is like somebody's salary.
Exactly. But now proving your love to a girl is taking out to expression with somebody, is you understanding the person's background, where the person is coming from, and what the person has in future. They're supposed to share goals. You cannot be in a relationship with somebody where you don't have similar goals. If you don't have hunger for growth, you cannot be in a relationship with somebody that has hunger for fame. Having taste for fame or having hunger for growth
it's two
different things. You will never align. But most guys tend to misunderstand that. You're always going for somebody that you love, or because the person is trending on TikTok, or this person is fine, or begin reference of your guy.
So let me come in. So our Gen Z, because we are always doing with what's trending.
Yeah.
You understand? Just like what you said, commitment. For me, my experience, I would say we lack commitment in financial aspects. We overstressed our financial buoyancy. You understand? There's how you want to toast the girl, normally I'll be guy. You understand? You want to toast the girl. You're doing way too much as a guy.
Yeah.
You understand? Why don't you just walk up to a girl and just tell her how you feel?
Just live within your means.
Other than you want to start something like you cannot buy love.
Finish it.
You can never buy love. For this side, you need to use money buy love.
No, if you buy them today, you go feel buy tomorrow. Because
so she was like, she took the phone, she first turned the back of the phone.
I said it was a trick.
Before, as she looked at the phone, it was then she now had the courage to. I'm telling you that if my phone was the one that has at that time,
it would have
not been number that, or it would have been attitude afterwards, which is not supposed to. If you're sat now, some guys will see that kind of red flag. I will still pursue the relationship. When you're supposed to use yourself and know that this relationship is on.
You're not just taking
can't deal with it, but you can't deal with it. Out.
You can't speak out, and you allow it get to an extent whereby, let me say, like marriage. Because there are so many young people that are married already.
Yeah.
Marriage is not just about the age alone. There are so many young people that you now get into marriage and barely 6 months of your marriage, you cannot even take it anymore because something you were supposed to fight and communicate when you were in a relationship with this person.
Let me come in just like this Ruga song. You saw the red flags, baby.
Yeah, you understand. You refuse to tell this person, I cannot actually do this. So it's just like a girl that is demanding. Because just like when he was telling me some time ago that there are most girls that hide their true character. Especially when a woman really sees that this is what I need in this guy. At least I'll get this thing when I get married to this guy. And that funds men.
Yeah.
There are most women that spend on men. They don't go to work. They're just at home.
Yeah.
You understand? There are men that are like that. But intellectually and emotionally, I feel like if you're in a relationship with somebody, in the aspect of being committed, you need to communicate. You need to tell this person, the way you reacted, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Or if you're the kind of person that you easily get pissed when you're being shouted at or yelled at. You tell the person, seriously, I don't like being yelled at, because there are most people that have this trauma from childhood.
Yeah.
When you yell at them, they want to harm you or something.
Yeah.
So if you don't tell this person, I don't actually like being yelled at, and the person keeps yelling at you, and one day you carry a knife and stab the person.
Everything is about communication.
Yes.
And we lack that, our Gen Z. We just feel like You do your thing.
Everything is just
man.
luxury.
Yeah,
like,
you understand?
for
You
me,
know,
If I can come in at that point now, when we're talking about lack, the effect of commitment to relationship now. If you're in a relationship with somebody,
yeah.
maybe you're fresh out of it, maybe it's your first time or maybe one of your first 5. If you're being committed, like you're giving everything, you're setting her up, but she's giving you all the attention, all the support as possible, not man, not woman, like based on the two sides. And then she now gets to understand that all these times she has been giving you are all. You've been cheating, all these times that you have been investing in her.
Yes, you're just
You're
nonchalant.
just putting money inside basket or putting water inside basket. It's not holding anything. Now when she goes to another relationship, you understand,
she'll
she
carry
carries
that trauma.
Yeah.
to another relationship.
new
You
guy.
carry that trauma now. You're only giving the new person a lot of pain. Now, if
You have not healed from the
you have
past.
not healed from the past. If you're coming from a relationship where you invested so much in a girl, and at the end of the day she left you, maybe this other girl you're meeting, you're like one of a kind. Like her last relationship was not like that. Hers was maybe abusive. And she's coming out from an abusive relationship.
I think
For me, I feel like the man, I'm not, people will argue with me.
Okay.
The man cheating and the woman cheating is two different things. You know, say most times as guy, make I speak it. You get girls will be say you don't knock. Will be say immediately you just release, instant regret.
Oh.
You don't want to talk to, like you don't regret what
Why
you
you
know if you follow them talk again. A man feel knock multiple women, no see the affection for all those women. But
Yeah, but women cheat with feelings.
now listen, now yeah, women cheat with feeling. There's no how a woman will knock a particular guy.
And does not
Good
feel.
one. That there's tendency, there's what they call Okafor's law. There's high tendency that if that guy comes again and try to talk to her and feel like that feeling will arise again, she will still cheat. That's why for me, if I'm not judging the man cheating, but that's why I'm saying that it's easier for a woman to cheat again. She's very attached to the sex. Yeah. What are we now? That's when the love starts coming. You understand? No one, no one.
what are we here for?
She know the reason you. But after that, she starts to do that. Now, in the other
Okay.
side, for men, so excuse me, there are 3 different types of men with the way they handle cheating. Now, I used to say this. There are some guys that if you cheat on them, instantly they don't want to have anything to do with, like you irritate them, they just like go.
Yeah.
They don't want to see you again. Despite how many years you guys have spent with each other, it's gone. There are some guys that when you cheat on them, they'll wake you up like now. Those kind of guys will wake you around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. They shout, "Who is this guy? Who is this guy?" Those ones, if you cry, where beg am, he go forgive you. At this way, like I did 90% sure, saying go forgive you. Then the third set of guys, these ones are the most dangerous one. Most times they're always broke. You understand? When you cheat on them, they know.
But because
They
they
will not act as if they know. They'll just be using it to package to heal and
move on.
find somebody else. That is why they start dating another person simultaneously without you know. The point at which he leaves you for that girl, it's not the point where he broke up with you. He had already left you. The feelings are finished, but he's just
trying to heal.
He's using it to heal. You understand? So those are that's
we come to the end of today's podcast on commitment. But before we leave, I would like Ezekiel here to just throw a word of advice or two for the Gen Z that are in a relationship, because it really feels like this generation marriage no good day.
We are something else.
Yeah, you understand. Because this one is just there's something we used to say now, this one is coming with Lukbotio, this one is coming and no one brings. So like, what do you feel like you can give a word or two out to the Gen Z effect there out the Gen Z out there, so that at least they can just be committed to their relationship?
Okay, so before I leave here, I'll say you should find someone who is eager for growth. You understand? Who is relentless, who's going to start from scratch.
Yeah.
Not someone, I'm not saying someone has golden eye, you understand? But start from scratch.
Yeah.
So when the person wants to make this decision of leaving you, you will now look back and say, okay, look at
I built
come this far.
Yeah.
You understand? Like starting from, like if you play a puzzle game, you keep going, you keep doing. So when you look back, you say,
See how
far
far.
I've come. So you don't want to mess things up.
Yeah.
Sometimes we are not scared to losing people, because you feel like we have this trending thing on our status. It's like people say people are not irreplaceable, or some people say people are placeable. So once we get that mindset, we say after all, maybe this one come to go now.
Another one.
It's sometimes it's difficult to see people that are valid.
not knowing the odds that you put on the other person.
So find that person is not you. There's no Mr. Right. Pick your Mr. Wrong and make him Mr. Right. You understand me? So I would like you to click on TikTok handle,
YouTube.
Facebook, everywhere. So our guest speaker here will be like, I think he's having his own podcast or something.
Yeah.
So also tune into
Yeah, surely I'll make it known to everybody. I'm just having like a test of it and see what it looks like.
Okay.
definitely. So I feel good that at least I'm seeing someone else's
Yeah.
podcast or something, you understand? So see you next time.
Just do
Bye.
it.